get a good feeling, yeah.
One of my first jobs, I was Eddie James' driver, locally in Chicago.
Can't imagine the things you've overheard.
Well,
okay. Kind of like what stays in Vegas when you hear the car stays in the car.
I saw and heard a lot of things that I knew I wouldn't say anything.
With music, it's less about what George Daniels says and more about what he does.
That's my dad, my stepmom.
After growing up in New York and Houston, Daniels then moved to Chicago and opened George's Music Room, which would later become the largest independent retail store in the Midwest. There, customers could immerse themselves in melodies. It was also a safe place for artists, especially Black artists, to showcase their work before they made it big, including some Houston icons.
Taking short steps, 1 foot at a time, and keep my head low.
One of the biggest and the best in-stores, we did a midnight sale with the Ghetto Boys, and the album was Resurrection. And we created a cemetery, and we had headstones for the Ghetto Boys, and I convinced them to get in their coffins, and it was amazing.
The self-proclaimed Barnum and Bailey of Black retail is called Uncle George by some of the biggest names in music, and he inspired his real-life nephew, entrepreneur David Anderson, to open Off the Record Cocktail Bar in downtown Houston as a nod to his famous uncle.
He's done so much for me personally and professionally that I knew I had to give him his flowers while he was here to enjoy them. What better than to have a storefront that's a record store that ties into a real story that inspires me.
You really created a beautiful haven for fans to enjoy that music experience, and I feel like it's translating here in this place.
Absolutely, and just to kind of take it back, Uncle George, to our really special connection in our moment was, I was inspired hearing and see the innovative things he was doing, like popping open records, letting you listen right there. People would come into the store and hum a tune, and he would know exactly what CD, where to find it, or what record.
Just like a beautiful song, David created a melody of memories of George's rich history in music displayed on the walls of the bar.
George, I want you to hear this young lady. I walked in, we in the lobby, and she started singing. It was Erykah Badu.
Destiny's Child, Common, and Usher, just to name a few of the artists Daniels has encouraged and supported over the years.
As you look at the wall and all of the music that I know you play here and your background, you really are lovers of all genres of music. How do you think music brings people together?
It's not the same. And so the music of yesterday, that's why it's coming back. That's why vinyl is coming back. And now children, or the young people I should say, are growing up with such a limited vision of what music can really do for you, as far as inspiration.
Inspiring and meaningful. Whether you're a music mogul or just a lover of music, songs create a sense of togetherness you immediately feel when you walk into Off the Record.